Hey guys, Scotland's Football here, back with another video, and today it's finally Friday, and we are back with the Premier League predictions for game week 28. So some more exciting games to look forward to this weekend as always. So let's get straight into the video. So I'll be sharing my mates' predictions like we always do in this video, which makes it more funner for me and gets more people involved. Do you know what I mean? And he's very good at predicting the scores, and everybody else I've had on here has been pretty rubbish, really. Even I can't beat him most of the times. So let's get straight into the video then, guys. The first game is tonight, which is Newcastle versus Aston Villa. Newcastle coming off a boring 0-0 draw to West Brom, the relegating type of 6-pointer game, and Villa coming off a 0-0 draw to us away. 0 draw to us, and we held them to account for a 0-0 draw. So both of these teams drew last weekend, and both games ended and both scores ended 0-0 for Newcastle and Aston Villa. This is a tough one to predict because you can't write Newcastle out for this game. Everyone wrote Newcastle out for the game when we played them. I didn't write them off because I knew Liverpool was under pressure, and exactly that. Well, I think Villa can win if they have Grealish here, because Villa are nothing without Grealish. If Villa went to have Grealish last year, they would have gone down to the Championship easily, and they didn't even have a striker last season. Now they have got a striker this season who can score. Just proves what a turnaround you can have. So here, even though Grealish might not be playing tonight, I have predicted a win to Villa though. So I'm going to say Newcastle 1, Aston Villa 2. So on to the next game now, which is Leeds versus Chelsea. This will be a very interesting one because you just never know with Leeds, and with Chelsea, they've been unbeaten. They haven't even lost yet since their new manager Thomas Tuchel has come in, haven't they? And so you just don't know with these. How did they go on in the last game now? Did they lose? I think they lost. Yeah, they lost 2-0 to West Ham. You've lost the last two games, and in the last two matches, they have even scored, which is Leeds tend to score in most matches, really. Even when they get thrashed in some games, they still score usually. And Chelsea coming off a 2-0 win against Everton, a comfortable win. Yeah, I'm going to predict a Chelsea win, but it will be very close, and Leeds will be looking to get back to goal-scoring ways. So I think Leeds will get the 1. So Leeds 1, Chelsea 2. On to the next game now, Crystal Palace versus West Brom. Just looking at how Palace got on last now. I don't think this will be a good game here, really. Palace recently lost 4-1 to Spurs. They got thumped in the north of London, which proves showing us that North London is better than South London. And West Brom coming off a 0-0 draw to Newcastle. West Brom recently, after they've lost to Spurs, have been picking up the points and playing quite well. Except, I think even when they lost 1-0 to Everton, they played quite well. But it's too late for them now. I think West Brom know they're down now. And so I reckon this game will be a boring draw, so an accurate 1-1 draw maybe. Good. Palace have still. Had he got Zaha back yet? Have they? Let's have a quick look. yeah, it looks like they got Zaha back. So if they have Zaha back, I think they will probably win. But with the form they're on, I just reckon it'll be a draw. So Palace 1, West Brom 1. On to the next game now, which is Everton versus Burnley. Everton lost last. How did Burnley get on? I'm sure Burnley lost last, didn't they? I know it's a 1-1 draw against Arsenal. Yes, see me. So Everton coming off 2-0 defeat to Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, and Burnley picking up a fantastic point at home to Arsenal and most recently Leicester. Everton are having a great season this year, and Burnley have been down there again, but I think that they will survive again probably. Sean Dyche is a really good manager, and can he get a result against Carlos Ancelotti's men, Everton? I don't know here. I am going to predict Everton to win here. So I'm going to go Everton 2, Burnley 0. But both of these teams really are fighting for... Everton fighting for Europa League and Burnley fighting to survive. So the game's really up for grabs really. So right, the next game now, which is Fulham versus Man City. Well, Fulham, I'm just looking at how they go on last. I have to look at every game on my here to see how they go on last. Fulham picked up an amazing win away at Anfield last. 1-0 win, and Man City last week. Man City lost 2-0 to United at home, but in a game in hand midweek they won 5-2 against Southampton. I can't see anything but a Man City win here, except I can see Fulham scoring and Fulham playing well, except losing. So Fulham 1, Manchester City 3. I just can't see Man City losing the league now, even after a 2-0 defeat to United. Well, they'll have to lose nearly every match now to lose the title, and I just cannot see that. Can Fulham survive this season? They deserve to, though. But I think they'll just come and sort of maybe go down again, but you just don't know. I think they can possibly survive, though. So right, the next game now, which is Southampton versus Brighton. You could say this sort of is a South Coast derby, to be honest. I don't know if it is really or not. Southampton have come off recently a 5-2 defeat to Man City in the game in hand midweek, and then last week they finally got back to winning ways, beating Sheffield United. The best performance in there. It was the best performance really ever since the 4th of January, really, since Liverpool at home. They have been struggling for points. And Brighton here now are struggling for points as well. So how did they get on last? Brighton lost 2-1. They've lost the last 3 games, Brighton. So I can't see anything, but I can't see either two teams winning here, Southampton or Brighton. I just don't think they got enough to win, so I'm going to go with a boring draw and say Southampton 1, Brighton 1. So on to the next game now, which is Leicester versus Sheffield United. Well, Leicester, how did they get on last? And saw they won, didn't they? Yeah, they won. Yeah, they won 2-1 against Brighton, getting back to winning ways, which was good news for Leicester. And they're still pushing for the Champions League. Can they get it? On their side, they'll be hoping that they can. And Sheffield United, everyone knows they're down now, and the most recent defeat was 2-0 to Southampton. Just to let you know, guys, the news came out today that Sheffield United have sacked Chris Wilder. I personally think it's the wrong decision, personally. That's my opinion. I think a lot of people think the same. They're on about appointing Paul Heckingbottom, he is terrible, manager. You won't get. He was terrible in the Championship, and he was terrible in the Scottish League with the Burnley, and so I don't know if it's true or not. So anyway, I can't see anything but a Leicester win here. So Leicester 3, Sheffield United 0. I don't see the point of Sheffield United sacking Wilder now when the season they're not going to appoint a new manager now with 10 games to go. They won't appoint anybody else now. It'll be a caretaker manager. They gave him to the end of the season. I know they're down right, but give him credit for what he's done for the club and stuff. So right, to the next game now, which is Arsenal versus Spurs. The biggest game of the weekend, the North London derby. Both of these teams won last night in the Europa League, so that will give them both a massive confidence boost for this game. Arsenal in the league coming off a crappy 1-1 point against Burnley, and Spurs coming off our most recent in the league 4-1 win against Palace. They're on fire at the moment. Spurs. If I was to predict a winner here, I would probably have to go and say that it will be a Spurs win probably, but it will be a very close game. So I'm going to say Arsenal 1, Spurs 2. So right, to the next game now, which is Manchester United versus West Ham. This is another interesting game now, 2nd versus 5th. West Ham's still pushing for the Champions League places and Europa League, but I think they're guaranteed at least the Europa League place now anyway. Newcastle had a really good season, West Ham, they've been great this season. Man United last night, they drew 1-1 to AC Milan. They were lucky to really beat them to AC Milan. If the AC Milan goal wouldn't have been ruled out, they would have lost. But Man United have come off that result was a 2-0 win, 2-0 win last week in the Manchester derby away at City though. I reckon it will be close. And Man United beat them in the FA Cup, didn't they? And it will be one of those sort of games again, except it will be a bit more interesting here. So I'm going to say Man United 2, West Ham 1. Right, to the next game now, which is my team Wolves versus Liverpool. With Liverpool, us coming off a 0-0 draw to Aston Villa in the West Midlands derby. First half we were bloody awful. And second half we were actually the way better team. Could we beat Liverpool? Well, they are struggling for points, but recently the fruit of Champions League, so that might give them a massive confidence boost for this game. Honestly, in this game, I'll take a point. I'm really confident. I was going to go for a win, but I think that's a bit too overconfident. So I'm going to say Wolves 1, Liverpool 1. So, right then guys, that's my predictions done. Let's get on to the guest predictions. Jack Harding. Newcastle 0, Aston Villa 2. Leeds 1, Chelsea 2, we agree. Crystal Palace 0, West Brom 0. Everton 2, Burnley 1. Everton 2, Burnley 0, we agree. Fulham 1, Man City 2. Southampton 1, Brighton 1, we agree. Leicester 2, Sheffield United 0. Arsenal 1, Spurs 3. Man United 2, West Ham 2. Wolves 1. Liverpool 1, we agree again. So pretty accurate predictions there, a bit like me to be honest. So right then guys, that will be the end of the video now. So if you did enjoy this Premier League prediction video, do give it a like, do subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications every time I make a video. Enjoy your weekend guys, have a good one. Bye guys.